Okay. All right. Hello and how are you? My name is Muhindo and I welcome you to our 15th lecture of creating a complete hotel management system. So we always do 40 minutes. So I'll go ahead and set our timer and go straight into our today's business. So in the previous lecture, we stopped at a place where a person would go ahead and click on the room to check out. So I can come here and browse all the rooms that are available, and when I want to check out, I just say book now, and I click on book now. If I'm already logged in, the system will allow me to place the date and also put my email address and also my phone number and select the number of days that I want to spend there, and also the number of people that we are, and then go ahead and place on book now. So we stop at this level whereby we could receive the book information. And if you still remember, in the previous lecture also tried to design the table. So you still remember here, this is the table that we thought that we're going to have for the bookings, or what we call the orders. All right, so let's go ahead and create the table of bookings. And after creating the table of bookings, and we start saving their data. All right, so let's do that. So I'll go to our project. I'll go to the database and go ahead and click on and go to the database, which is the name of our database is called HotelPro. HotelPro. Here we are. So this is our database, right? So we're going to create a new table, the one that shall be having bookings. We can call it orders. So I'm going to call it bookings. So I click on new here, and then I go ahead and add like more columns, as many as I want. Let's say for example 10 columns. I add them here. So in these ones, so I'm going to define each and everything. So let's go ahead and get the name of our table. So I can say our table, we're going to call it bookings. We're going to call it bookings. All right, so let's go ahead and put here bookings. bookings, like this. That will be the name of our table. So the first thing will be the ID. So put here an ID. It will be an ID, and then you can say it will be a primary key, and it will, and we make it what? We make it auto increment AI, something like that. All right. So that's our ID. You go ahead and then put customer ID. So put here customer ID. Make it an integer because we'll be referencing an ID from the customer's table or from the user's table. And then you go ahead and say by default it is okay. You can just make it an integer because an ID at least there should be a customer in the project who made that order. Okay, so the next thing we put customer name. So customer name can be a text, and then you make it what? You make it nullable like this. You can just simply come and say by default is null. All right, that is our customer name. We proceed to customer phone number. Customer phone number, you can make it maybe a variable character of 45 letters. Okay, and then we proceed to customer email. You can also make a variable character of maybe 255, and can be null by default, and can also make this to be null by default. That is important to make things null. They will help us not to disturb. So go to put the room ID. So you go ahead and put your room ID. It will be an integer, and then you go ahead and put the check-in time. Go ahead and put your check-in time. So you can make it maybe a variable character. You can make it a date time, or can make it maybe a variable. Let's make it date and time. Let's date time, and then by default you can make it null date time like this. Then you can go ahead and put number of days. We can go ahead and put here number of days. So it can be an integer. It can by default can be null, and then you go ahead and put the checkout date. Checkout date, you can go ahead and put your checkout date and make it also date time. You can just simply put date to make it simple, just simply date. Right, and also make it nullable by default. All right, so we go ahead and put adults. The number of adults will be an integer, also can be null by default. And then you go ahead and put the children, number of children, can also put it there, and then make it also integer, and then put it null by default. We proceed and keep the total price. The total price will be here, and then make it integer, and then you can put also null by default. And then we go ahead and put the order status. You can put your order status by your character 25 and make it null by default. And then you can put your created at. So created at, we make it maybe let's make it a variable character. Shall just be keeping there the timestamp and make it null by default. So our columns are over. We can go ahead and add more columns like this. So after adding more columns, can come and add more things. Amount paid, so the amount that has been paid, and then make it integer and make it null by default. And then also payment method. So payment method, come and make it what? A variable character of 45 letters, null by default. And then also payment reference number. So payment reference number, it will be maybe variable character, maybe 100 or 200, null by default. And then lastly, the payment status. Payment status, you can make it a variable character of 25 and make it null by default. So those are the fields that we think we need for the ordering. So let's go ahead and create these fields. So I'll press the submit button to create these fields. Save, and then say have an invalid length. There's something where we said variable character and we did not specify the length. Where is it? Where is there? it says if everywhere I put verb character, it has a length. I think it is here. Let's make it created at B45. Let me go ahead and save. So when you save, you'll see that our table has been created, and that is great. So we can take it from there. So after doing so, so we can proceed. So we have our table that has that data. Okay, so let's proceed. So we can just simply click on bookings again, and then we get the columns of this table, right? I copy them. So after copying them, I go ahead and go to our project, so I can put them here on top. This is a place where we're submitting and we're getting this. We're getting this. So let me go back there and now start saving things in the database. So I'll just simply come and put these things here, so I can start now addressing one by one. That's the column that I've got from the other side. So after validating and checking sure that everything that we need has been submitted, I paste this one here, and I can go ahead and start inserting the order. So I can say data, and then I begin with a customer ID. So I get the customer ID from the session. So let me show you. So in the session, you have something called user. So if I come and here if I come here and printer, the session, you'll see that there is a user field there. So this is the person who is logged in. So if I want to access this user information, the person who is logged in, I can just simply put this here, and then be able to see the person who is logged in, which is this one here. So customer ID is going to be this ID, one that you're seeing here. So if I come and put here ID, I'll be able to get the customer's ID. You can get that. So this is how I'll be getting the customer ID of a person who is logged in. So I'll go ahead and say customer ID equals to that. So we can proceed to another thing. Let me remove this so that is done. So customer name, we can collect it also from what? From the database. I mean from the session. So customer's name, show you. So from the session we have that, so I can get this name of the customer. So I put it here, name. That's done. So phone number of the customer, that one has been sent from the what? From the post method, or from the form. So I can go ahead and use the latest that has just been submitted, which is what we call customer's phone. So I collect that one. So we proceed. Customer's email. So you also collect the one that has come from the form, which is there, that have come through the post method. So the room that is being booked, room ID. The room ID has been also collected from the what? From the post method. You see, we got it here. So I just go ahead and put it in the data that I want to insert. So check-in time. So I put the date when this person is planning to check in. So I put check-in, and I put here check-in time as well. Alright, so number of days, I've already collected it. And then checkout, we don't have it, you can press it later. So let's see what we will need to save there next. So checkout, we can add there the number of days like this. So it's a date, and then you put the day and the time when this person is going to do what, to check in, and then you put a plus, and then you put the number of days. This is how you add the days. You can look at the video very carefully and see how we add the days. So I get the date and I add there the number of days that were added for as number of days. So let me show you how it looks like now. So number of adults, number of children, we are not collecting it. Then the total price is going to be the room price times the number of days. Right? So the status is pending, and then the payment and the created that is the time, how we put the time. And then this is the paid amount is 0, and then the payment status, payment method is nothing for now, and then the payment reference is nothing, and payment status is not paid, which is pending. Okay, so that is it. So let's see what we got in the data variable, the one that we're going to save. You can put here data like this. So if I come and refresh, you can see how we are going to, what we're going to have in our database. So that is the date when we created that. So it's the time when someone checked in, and then you add their 3 days, and then the checkout time is this one. All right. So the phone number and everything is already set, and then the reference is nothing, and then the payment is nothing for now. So you can see that, and you can pause the video and look at how I've achieved that. You would just watch beginning from here when we are checking the method is posting here, and then watch very carefully and see how we got up to this level. All right, so that is how we check. So everything is now set. I can remove this and then we're going to we are now going to do what we are now going to process and direct this to the customer orders. Right, we're going to direct this one to the customer orders. So let's go ahead and do that. If we save successfully, shall direct this one to the customer orders. So payment date, I can make it null, and then payment amount to be null as well. Right, so currency we don't need those ones for now. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the payment status is still pending. We make it pending. Right, so let's go ahead and insert this data in the database. So I'll just simply say you can just write try. So try to insert and see if everything is successful. Fail, this is how I say catch. So catch, you put this stroke throwable and then put here. So this one will help you to try. If there's a failure, it will tell you the reason why. So go ahead and try and save. So go ahead and say db insert, and then you say if the, let's see, db insert, we are returning true or false. So if it's successful, I go ahead and say alert message, it is success, and then I say your booking was successful. Then we direct the user header location and direct this user to customer bookings PHP. That is the file that I'm going to create for the customer to do what? To manage their booking. Customer bookings.php. Proceed. That is in case it is successful, and if it fails, we go ahead and direct the user. We go ahead and put this error and say something went wrong. I can go ahead and display it. So I go ahead and put the alert message in case it fails. Put something went wrong. Please try again. If I want to display this, and I can just simply put like this. Come and put here a dot and then say tr.getMessage. So that's how you try without getting an error. Try and catch that. We call it catch. You try something, if there's an error, you can catch it. like this. Hope you can see that. So if it fails, I return back the user to the original form. Redirect the user back to the form like this. Alright. So I just simply say like this. That's how they got the user. Okay, so if it's successful, let me clear form in the session like this, like that. Hope you can see that. Hope you can see that. So let's go ahead and refresh. Hope you can see that. Hope you can pause the video and watch what I've done very carefully. All right. Okay. So yeah. All right. This is not booking. The order is supposed to be booking. It's not orders. Like this. That is fine. Let's go ahead and now refresh. Submit. So you see, something wasn't right. So you need just to display the message there. Okay, so something that's not right. We can put the logic of displaying the error on top. So you see it brought us back here. So something is not right. All right, let's go ahead and see what is not right. In this public header, let's also put there a logic of checking for errors. All right, let's go and do that. So you go to dashboard header and just copy these top things here, these alert information things. Okay, and then you go so to public header and put them on top there. So then put them here after the function, and then after, I hope you can see that. Then after I come back here and go to the bottom of the dashboard header and copy this alert logic. Read this alert logic and go back to the public header and then go so to the bottom of it. We can display here so I can put here something like MT2 and MB2, something like that. I can just simply say MY2. So if I come and refresh, you'll see that we have an error. So the error is there. Error card incorrect date type value. So this date type, I think we're going to change that column. We're going to change that column to something else. So there is an issue with our date input. So let's go ahead and change the column of date. So I'll just simply come and say structure and then say date. Look for check-in time. Let's go ahead and change these dates and making them just variable characters. Alright, so search for date, select those two, then go ahead and change. So I'll just simply come here to structure of the table, just click on change. So after, go ahead and change this one to variable character. I don't want to hassle with these ones. Variable character. What was the error about? The error said, the error. So let's put the variable character, put 55, put 20, maybe 55. Alright, and make them variable character like this, and let's save. So let's not hassle so much with the dates. Alright, so like that. So if you come here to the structure, we shall have those ones. You can check out time in variable character 55. Let's go ahead and now submit. We'll go ahead and if I refresh, this message will disappear. Or maybe you can just simply put an empty 5, so it can look better. So let me refresh. So let's go ahead and put there fresh. Let's say we are checking in today, and our email is that, and our phone number is that. It's going to spend 4 days and have 5. We are 3 people, and then I go ahead and submit. So submit. What is it saying? So successfully inserted, and then it is taking me to customer bookings.php. But the reason why we're not seeing there, because we have not created a file. So if we come back to our database, now go to browse, you can see that at least now we have there our first record for the what, for the order, right? That's our first record. Okay, so let's go ahead and do now the customer bookings page. So now the customer is logged in at this moment. So it means that we're going to make for them their respective dashboard. So let's go ahead and create this file. So I'll just simply come and copy this and then come to our project, all right, and then go ahead and create a new file. Just simply come here and say so I can simply come here even to it. Come here to the project, come here and say new file, and call it customer bookings.php. So if I press enter and I save, so here the error will disappear, but will be showing nothing. So in here is where we're going to put now the customers the customer things. So since it is now a dashboard for the customer, so what we're going to do, we're going to put the dashboard headers and footers. So we can just simply come, for example, here to the room can just come here, for example, admin category, something like that. I just simply come and copy this type header. Alright, we can just simply come and let's copy this admin category, the whole of it as it is, and then we're going to just benchmark from it. So I'll just simply come and say Ctrl-A, Ctrl-C, right? Ctrl-A, Ctrl-C, and then come back to the bookings, customer bookings, and then place there whatever we've copied. Right? So if I come and refresh here, everything is fine. So I just need to go ahead and change these ones. I'm going to change these things. I'm also showing customer what they're supposed to see only. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and change this room categories to room bookings. Okay, so come here to customer bookings and then search for room categories. This is the title there. My bookings. I can say my room bookings. I can say my bookings, and then I can put the subcategory as a list. It's going to be a list of bookings like this. Okay, my bookings list. Okay, so after doing that, now let's go ahead and remove this button. So we keep the booking should be coming only from the public side. So I'm going to remove this button and make it just totally free. So we'll go ahead and remove this button. So can go ahead and remove the create button. Okay, so let me remove that. So I can have just a table of bookings. So here we're going to display the bookings of the customer. I even don't think that we shall need the data table. Let's see if we remove the data table how things will look like. So let me first disable this and refresh. See, that's how things look like without the data table. Alright, so it is up to you to use it or not. So if I remove it, it's almost the same, but here we have features to sort, filter, or do all these things. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the room bookings for the customer. So what we're going to do first, we're going to just simply get the the rooms, right? So instead of categories, we're going to have just rooms. Okay, so let's see, you have room categories. So instead of having this, I'm just going to say maybe bookings. Okay, sorry, we're going to just get the bookings. So just select bookings and then say db select and then put here bookings. By doing so, we're going to have all the bookings. So let me show you. Let me just come and put this one on top of the header so you can see it clearly. So if I come here and say echo and put just like a pre tag and just dump everything, you'll see that we've successfully got all the rooms. Alright, so let's save. All the rooms are there, but here the challenge is customers are supposed to, all the bookings here the challenge is customers can see their respective bookings only. All right, so we're going to see how we do the logic of making sure that the customer sees their respective bookings only. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a where and then say where customer ID equal to the ID here. All right, so I'll just simply come here, put a comma, so I can just simply say where so this where, how does it operate the other side? So the where, you just simply put your condition. Okay, you just simply put your what? The condition. So just simply put here where customer ID equals to the ID of the customer that is what? That is logged in, and that's how we get it. All right, so that's how we shall be able to get. So I hope that's fine. Sorry, this is supposed to be on top there, not here. Here. Like this. So that's going to get the customers that are we're going to get the orders that belong to this customer. I can even put order by that. So let's go ahead and refresh. You see you're getting the same results. Why? Because there is only one order that has belonged to the customer that is currently logged in. All right, so let's go ahead and display those orders. So I can just simply come and remove this, then make this and be here after the require ones. I can just simply come and copy like here a few things, and let's comment them here like this. Alright, so I'm going to display customer orders. So let's go ahead and proceed to the table. So the table is going to have the date, it's going to have the room that you booked, it's going to have the check-in time, the checkout time, it's going to have adults, you might not need even that, children, total price, order status, payment status, and then the actions. I think those are enough to get started with. Right, so here we're going to look through the bookings, and then say maybe one of it will be just booking. Right, so I just come to our TR, just go ahead and proceed to TD. So that's the date. That is the room that I booked for. However, we don't have it in the booking, so we might need to get here the room. Just simply say room equals to db find, and then you say the room, so you can check if it is null and we continue. If equals to and null, we just continue. Right, so I go ahead and display here the room name that was booked. Alright, so we proceed to the check-in time, the checkout time, the adults, the children, and then total price, and then order status, then payment status, and then put here some actions from some point of view, and then you can put maybe view, and then maybe here you can just simply put delete and cancel. All right, cancel, maybe delete, something like that. We shall see. Okay, we're going to do that. Let me first finish here. So if I save, you can watch what I've actually done here, right? So let's go ahead and refresh. All right, so line 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. What are they saying? Unexpected end of. All right, we'll have to end our loop here. Yeah, like this. That's beautiful. Save. Now come and refresh. Everything is what? Everything is beautiful. The room is there. It has not been the status has not changed, and it is still pending. Whatever I feel like these tables we can do better. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the actions so we can check if the room is check the room. If the status is pending, someone should be able to cancel or delete. Okay, if the status of the room is pending, someone should be able to cancel or delete. All right, so let's go ahead and say instead of in view, we can remove it. So check here, say if, just leave this one view and put here, if status is pending, cancel. So show cancel button. So I can do that. I just simply put in here question mark and go ahead and say PHP. If the status is pending, I go ahead and show the cancel button. You can watch how I've done that. You see? Let me remove the view button. You can decide and put even the delete button. Okay, so this is for the side of customer. If the status is pending, they should be able to do what? To cancel. So if I come and refresh, you'll see that the button is there. So I can say maybe cancel booking, or maybe cancel order, something like that. Come and refresh. Now everything is okay. Cancel booking. So cancel booking is going to take to the same, all right, and it's going to take us to the same, and then we do what? We put the logic of checking to cancel. See, customer bookings question mark cancel equals to that. So I'm going to put the logic of being able to cancel the booking. So I'll refresh. Let's refresh. Everything is beautiful. Now let's go ahead and put the logic of what? Of cancelling. Okay. So I'll come on top of the project, just like the way we did delete. But I can even put delete, logic, delete. But here we don't want the customer to be able to delete. So we just want the customer to cancel only. So let me go ahead and get the word that we were sending as our get. So the word is cancel like this. So it's going to be much more like deleting, but it's not delete. Delete, we shall reserve it for admin. So let me just duplicate this delete. We shall reuse it later. All right, so we put it there. Let's come here and put go ahead and put here if it's cancel is set in get, and put here if cancel ID is received, then I'm gonna say get bookings where the ID is the one that we have just got here. Then I do say if bookings, so I can put here maybe booking. If booking is empty, I can say booking not found. I direct back the user, say booking not found, and redirect the back the user to customer bookings.php, which is not found. Direct the user back to the booking.php. All right, so we proceed. If it is found, then I'll go ahead and do what, and set it just to be cancelled. So let me just simply remove this. So I'll just simply come and say booking. So if I check if the status is not pending, I can say booking cannot be cancelled. I also check that one from backend. So if it passes those two levels, I can go ahead and say booking status and then set cancelled like this. And then I go ahead and say db what? db update. So if you remember our db update, it will take the table and then the ID of an item that you want to update, and then the data that you want to update. This is what I'm doing. I'm taking the table. Let's put next is the ID, and then the data that we're updating, which is booking, right? I can just simply say booking, something like that. So I update it. So I can simply be equals to, so I can just update only the changes. So that's it. So if it successfully does that, then we shall know. I remove this delete thing. I can say booking updated successfully, or booking cancelled successfully. So booking cancelled successfully, and redirect the user back to the what? To customer bookings.php. Customer booking.php. So let's refresh. Let's click on cancel. So you can see booking cancelled successfully, and you can see here the status is what? Is cancelled, right? You can see the status is cancelled. So you can go ahead and say maybe if the booking is cancelled, I mean if the booking is not in pending, you can just be showing the customer that there's no actions. Okay, so I'll put here if it's pending. I put let's put here else. All right, like this, and then let's put here else. No actions. Yeah, so I think that's enough. So here, if you refresh here, see, no actions. All right, so we can maybe contextualize this color. So see where there is status. So I can just simply come and put here, for example, I put context class. I can make it to be nothing. So I check the status. If the room is what? If the room is cancelled, I can put here badge danger. And I go ahead and put another else. The room is pending, I can put badge warning. The room is confirmed, I put badge success. Okay, put here else. I mean the booking is completed, put success, badge info. All right, so let's go ahead and put those badges. So I'll come here to our class of order status. Put here. So I'm going to surround it with what? All right. So here in order status, I'm going to surround it with a span. So like this. So just surround it with the span, and they say badge, and they say put here the context class inside this badge, next to the badge, and then I go ahead and display the class like that. So if I refresh, I can see it's cancelled. I think I should use BG instead of badge. Let's see. Just use BG. All right. So it's cancelled. So it will change to red. All right, that's it for today. So in the next lecture, we shall come and master. The customer should not be able to see these rooms. Customer should not be able to see room categories. They should only be seeing the customer bookings. All right. So that's what we're going to do today. That's what we're going to do in the next one, the next lecture. So make sure that